you mind please introducing yourself to us?
Well, thank you. I'm Emma Newman, and I'm the Chief Revenue Officer for EMEA for PubMatic.
Emma,
Yes.
could you share with us your first job in media?
It was November 1999. I worked at MSN. So I thought, oh, just 6 months, see what happens. Yeah, 10 years. 10 years I did there.
What advice would you give to somebody starting out in our industry today?
Couple of things, actually, if that's all right. It's a very small industry.
Yeah.
So don't tick anybody off.
Yeah.
Because there's a very good chance that at some point you might end up working for them.
Yes.
Be kind to people.
Yeah.
Because I think people think our industry is quite cutthroat and we're all coders and we're not really, we're just human beings. And I think that kindness goes a long way.
Yeah. Come
into it with an open mind, because, you know, I came in to do one thing and I'm now doing something very different to what I originally did. So I think it's a fantastic place for you to learn.
Yeah.
And expand your understanding and your remit. So come into it with an open mind.
It'd be interesting for the people to hear what it is you did and how you came into doing what you're doing now.
Yeah, my background's marketing. That's what I did at MSN, and I sort of did marketing for a long time. But I kind of then got into more of a chief of staff role for the head of sales. Yeah. So I wasn't a salesperson, but I learned the principles of good selling. I went back into marketing for a bit, joined PubMatic as a marketer, and then moved into a commercial role.
What do you think are the biggest challenges facing our industry at the moment?
One of the biggest challenges is fragmentation. So fragmentation of inventory, really. Okay. And that then leads into a challenge around consistency in terms of measurement. Yeah. Attribution is an age-old challenge. Yeah. Yeah. And I also think that one of the biggest challenges that I think you're trying to solve for is you're welcome. Is, you know, making sure that brands are buying premium quality inventory in order to obviously reach the audiences that they want to reach.
What are you most excited about over the coming quarters?
I'm really excited about the growth of retail media.
Yeah.
Looking at some of the broadcasters moving more into the digital space is really exciting as well. Yeah. I'm really excited when this cookie eventually disappears. That's going to just open everything up to people being more creative and innovative. And I think actually that's the one thing that this industry is really good at doing.
What are you most proud of in your career to date?
The thing I'm probably most proud of is that I moved out of my comfort zone, i.e. marketing, and into a commercial role. Yeah. And I had no real commercial experience. I'd never run a sales team. I'd never been a sales person. And I do remember our CEO, he's like, if you're going to do something like that, as in move to a completely different area, do it in an organization that's going to have your back. Because if I left marketing here and went to another company into a commercial role, like they're just going to expect that I'm going to hit the ground running. And so actually doing that in an organization where you've built some capital, hopefully, and you know that they're invested in your success personally, I think that's probably the thing I'm most proud of.
If you could change one thing in the industry and you had a magic wand, what would it be?
I want more women in the industry. I think we've gotten better, to be honest, but I would like to change the perception that this is an industry that women can't be successful in. So if you think about the three, I guess, largest independent SSPs, which is us, Magnite and Index, we're all run by women in EMEA, which is amazing, actually. So I think that we need to be more visible, first of all. It's not about women versus men. So I think as an industry, we need to represent, you know, the world within which we live. And it's a 50-50 world. So it's not like, it's not all women. No. But I do think that men can be really good advocates.
On a switch on that, to our industry, what is the best jolly / lunch you've been on?
Listen, I mean, I've just come back from Cannes. So I don't think that can be beaten, to be honest. Yeah. And I just want to make it very clear, you work really hard. Yeah. But you're doing it in the sunshine in the south of France.
This might be a slightly easy question, we touched upon it, but why do you think curation is going to be such a big topic?
There is a place for open market. I also think that brands are looking to have more direction of where their spend goes. Yeah. You know, they're looking for a number of things: transparency, brand safety, certain KPIs to be achieved. We're seeing a shift from the open market to deal-based buying. Yeah. And I think curation is really what's helping to drive that. Yeah, I mean, we've had a team that, you know, we invested in a Connect platform, which is about, you know, making sure that people can target across data in a safe environment, obviously, which is really was the beginning of curation. Yeah. And then we work with great partners like yourselves, and
Stop it.
You can pay me later. It does help bring, by the way, those slightly perhaps more reticent formats. So maybe, the CTV players into the they feel safe in knowing that things are being curated, and brands are more comfortable with that as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think we agree that the cookie is going to crumble. When do you think?
I think at some point in 2025. When do you think it's going to crumble?
I think there'll be one more delay.
So 2025 then?
Yeah. And finally,
yes, pass
it on. Who do you nominate?
I think you should go and talk to Maria Ballister.
We'll come to
He's coming for you.